Hokies will kick it away first. And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
And the Red Raiders with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. The secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. Quickly out to the tight end. And he's got enough for the first down. It'll be at the 35.
Man, these plays are really, really simple. Really easy to run. I like it. Just drop back as a quarterback, see the big fella, wait for him to get open, hit him, get a nice positive gain.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Finds his tight end. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
And that's what I love about this offense. You're not going to get all of your big chunk plays in the passing game by throwing it deep down the field. You can kind of dink and dunk. And on that RPO play, they had it dialed up and set up to go to that player in the right flat. Nice job.
The Red Raiders are flying down the field. Back to throw, it's Morton. That's reeled in, it's Eakin. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down. And the Red Raiders come to the line with a new set of downs. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Brought down at the 21-yard line, a 15-yard pickup, and they are in prime position to get points now. The Red Raiders back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Rides the back on the option, the give. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Red Raiders! How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option?
The coaches always talk about starting fast and taking that opening drive and really setting the tone for the football game, and that is exactly what they did, and they finish it with a good brand of physicality, running the football, ending the drive, and getting off to the 6-0 start.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Wants to go up top on first down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Green. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here.
No more time to throw. Quarterback is sacked at the 35. And the Hokies want to crank the tempo.
Great job by the defense that time, getting the sack. But no time to celebrate. You got to line up right now because the offense is going tempo.
Looking to throw, it's Drones. Caught over the middle, it's Green. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. The Red Raider crowd rising to the occasion to help its defense on third down. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47. Up-tempo for the offense.
Really nice run there, picking up the first down. Now they're right back up to the line of scrimmage, ready to go again.
Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. Backed up now, here's second and long.
And I love when you understand when I'm supposed to put some RPMs on that football. You could tell he's thrown over the middle of the field. He knows he's got defenders there. I got to throw this thing in there quick, fast, in a hurry. Nice job by the quarterback.
Well, no secret, this guy was a big part of their key to success. Already 2 catches on the opening drive, and they go back to him again. This time the defense is in better position, and they force the incompletion.
Now facing a third and long. Defense didn't maintain its discipline there, and they get into the neutral zone. It'll cost them 5 yards. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Ball at the 38. The defense will try to get a stop on third and short. They'll try to get the first through the air. Under fire. Can't find the man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
This is not an ideal start for this offense. Your defense already gave up points on the first drive. This is your first opportunity, and you're not doing the most important thing, protecting your quarterback. Already 2 sacks on the day.
On fourth down, trying to find his man. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. That's the end of the quarter, and Texas Tech is on top. We've put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary.
Texas Tech, 7. Virginia Tech, 0.
They've got a first down here to open the period. Running back searching for a hole. Breaks into the open. Lots of green grass as he gets it to the 31. You count up those explosive plays in a game, and you put a little extra star by the big run.
Yeah, and this running back is a weapon, boy. He is so good in space. He's got shiftiness. He can make guys miss. And if this guy gets into the second level, watch out. He can hit a home run.
Rushes on him. The sure hands. It's Douglas. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
All right, second quarter, getting closer to the half. Offense is still having a lot of success stringing some first downs together. Defense is going to need to figure something out before they get to halftime.
This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line.
Yeah, I think the running back kind of went rogue on that last running play. I'm not sure it was designed to go that direction. He tried to make it happen on his own, and unfortunately ended up losing yards.
Just gets rid of it before the heat. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds.
That's a heads-up decision by the quarterback there. You want to throw a touchdown, but if it's not there, just throw it away, and now we got third.
Now third and goal, and tough yardage to cover here. Grabs behind the line. It's Carter. And they'll stop him inside the 5, but the defense is backed up in the shadow of its own goalpost. They'd hoped to be able to pick up enough after the catch, but a good stop leaves them with a 4th and short.
Really good job by the defense being physical, understanding the situation in the game. The ball's going to come out quick. You know that. Go make the tackle, force the 4th down.
Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. Just drives it between the uprights. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Williams. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Motion from the wideout. Finds the tight end. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there.
You know, I know it seems like an easy pitch and catch, but for the tight end there, that route potentially changes if it's man coverage. So good job by him knowing it's zone. I'm just going to sit down. This is basically like a check down, right? Let's just take the easy pitch and catch and keep this drive going. Back to pass. It's Drones. Pocket breaking down. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now, why they're trailing on the scoreboard, is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out. On third down, he drops to throw. Got it in the middle, it's Selden. A little more space, open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. The Hokies have it with a 1st and 10. They'll move the wide receiver. On the option. They'll leave it with him. Oh, he's got some space. He'll work and weave his way all the way up to the 45 before going out of bounds. Well, this is an offense that has a lot of speed, and they have different guys they would love to get the football to in space, and they can find a lot of different ways to do that. I love the idea of going option here and trusting your quarterback to make the right read. If no one accounts for the pitch, man, he's going to get it to the outside, and you see the speed on the perimeter. Really clever play call that time by the O coordinator. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be 2nd down. The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play. And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. Quick release by the QB. And he's brought down after a nice game. Well, it wasn't a great start for this quarterback, but on this drive, he seems to be turning the corner. He just looks like he's playing in a different rhythm. He's seeing the field better. It's almost as if the game is starting to slow down for him. And I think on that last completion, it was a good example of that. Going to the run, it's Stewart. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Hokies. He would not be denied. And that was a really big score here at the end of the first half, just for their confidence and their momentum. They're obviously still losing right now on the scoreboard, but you had the feeling something positive had to happen here at the end of the first half for them to go in at halftime, regroup, and come out in the second half now trying to build on that successful drive offensively. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. To the air, it's Morton. Got it set up on the outside. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3. Well, a nice gainer on that running back screen. Now, how about the offensive line getting downfield and getting blocks to really help out the back, find some space to go to work? And the Red Raiders can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. The give from the gun. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be 3rd and short. We'll see if this offensive line is ready for the blitz. Going downfield for the big play. Ball's in the deep ball. Touchdown, Red Raider. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
But how big is that for this offense? Put a nice drive together, get the touchdown, add to this lead already. Everything right now, Palmer, going their way.
Yeah, that was as good a 2-minute type situation as you can have offensively. David, they've got so many weapons on this offense. They practice these situations all the time, and they put it to work here at the end of the first half.
And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Sends it back in motion. Dropping back. It's Drones. Under fire. That's caught. It's Green. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds. Mark it at the 47-yard line, and this offense is going to work.
Real smart play. Great job. Get the positive yards, and then get your booty out of bounds.
One big play to get it up near midfield. Now they're in business at the 47. To the air on first down. Bringing the heat. Just tried to ease it out there, and it falls incomplete.
And I like where the quarterback got because I think he needed to check the football down, but the pressure got there a little bit too fast, and he just didn't have enough time to get it to his running back and maybe put a positive spin on this play instead of an incompletion.
Motion from the wide receiver. Back to throw, and they've got to be aware of the clock. That's caught. It's Heath.
Good play by the defense. Way to wrap them up. Way to know where the sticks are. Now put you in a successful position for third down. Now you can bring up the fun packages, the blitzes, putting more speed, more little fast guys on the field.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Snagged in the middle. It's Green. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Wants to throw on first down. Catch in the middle, it's Selden. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays.
Timeout, Virginia Tech.
Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. From the red zone, looking for a space. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
So with only seconds left in the half, here comes the field goal unit. He splits the uprights. They're back to within a touchdown. 17-10 is the score. Red Raiders will line up to kick off and start the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Williams. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. To get another look at this Hokie offense. I imagine we'll see them go right back to work up top after how productive that passing game was in the first half.
And it's interesting. If I'm the defense and I've got the lead, they've had success throwing the football, but we're winning. I don't know that this defense changes too much of what they've done in the first half.
I think they got to do a better job with pass rush. They might want to change their coverages as well because they're probably at this point expecting this offense to have to keep throwing, considering they did have success in the first half.
He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33.
All right, nothing flashy there. He just did what it took to get the first down.
With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. They'll run it to the right side. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Guns up, and so is the noise. The crowd electric trying to help Tech on this third down. Dropping back, it's Drones. Makes the grab. Coming through that third down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Man, just a great job by the defense being stout. All right, that's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
Finds his man. It's Stewart. Turning it on. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. Got to the defender, was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
Using his legs, it's Stewart. You want to talk about running behind your pads as he plows his way to the 35.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit.
It's so nice to be an offense on second down in short yardage situations. Why? I can take shots. If I want to, I can just act like I'm going to run to try to get the first down, take a deep shot down the field. I can run the football. The whole playbook is open to my disposal.
Power football with the run. Able to pick up a couple down to the 27.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Rides the back and leaves it. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
And man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a ball.
To the air, it's Drones. Unloads it left. Oh, it's picked off. That's not the start they hoped for. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
Well, the defense came into this one knowing they needed to create takeaways to try to gain as much momentum as they could. Really nice interception on that play. Great job with the eyes by the defender there picking that off.
Trying to start the drive with a pass. Fires to the big fella. He's past the 30. Out to the 32-yard line before he goes out of bounds, and that's the way to give a little start to the drive. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. From the gun, the running back has it. This defensive front just ran free in the backfield. He'll lose 3.
Second down.
That's the end of the period, and it's Texas Tech holding the lead. They're sitting in a strong position here with the lead. Let's take a look at our game summary. So the final period starts with a second down play. Defense in press coverage. Finds his way for 3 out to the 33.
This is an area of the game on offense you've got to be able to run the football well. You've got the lead in the fourth quarter, and obviously you're in your own end here, but you want to bleed the clock. You want to stay on the field and keep getting first down, so you have to be able to run it.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Looking for a man. It's Morton. Got it in the middle. It's Eakin. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
And they did everything right in this 4-minute type situation, trying to bleed the clock. First you get the completion, then you get the first down, and you stay in bounds. You could not execute that play any better.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles. And those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
And he didn't get the pitch off, and he paid the price.
I hate being that guy to say just take a dive, don't take a hit. But when the play is going absolutely nowhere, you might think about it.
First, do no harm, right? And you've already been harmed, so just don't make it worse.
Don't take those big shots unless you know it's for an important situation, goal line, 3rd down, touchdown.
That's why as a defense, you feel okay playing man coverage on 3rd down, because you know you've got linebackers and you've got players on your defense that can cover these dangerous running backs mano-a-mano. Nice job tackling in the open field.
They'll keep the offense on the field on 4th down already with a 1-possession lead. Desperate to convert, and he'll throw it. Here's a heat. Hit as he throws. That ball never had a chance, and they'll turn it over on downs.
And as a defense, that's all you can ask for. Give the ball back to your offense. Yes, you're still down. You gave them a chance. They got the football. They got some time left. Now can they put a drive together? Maybe go tie this game. Maybe go win this game. Great stop by this defense.
Here's the pressure. We'll give him a couple on that with 2nd and 8 coming up.
Really good job by this defense. Way to be dialed in and understand. It's a pass, and they're trying to throw the football down the field, and that clock is ticking, but understanding what you're playing against. A guy that can absolutely fly. Nice job closing in on him and getting him on the ground.
Just a short pass to the tight end. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
And that is a perfect job by this defense. Like, you can give up those little small gains all the way down the field. The clock is your friend. You don't want to give up big plays. Don't want to give up those first downs, and just make that clock run.
Looking downfield, it's Drones. Oh, they're after him. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45.
You got to keep drives alive late in the game. When you're starting to get in the fourth quarter and it's a one-score game, you got to do whatever you can as that quarterback to scramble around, get extra plays, extra first downs. Really nice job there by the QB.
Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. Right back to it. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. IndyCar tempo as they head to the line for this third down play. Clock running. Buys a little extra time. He's going to run. There he goes. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14. They'll rush to the line. Clock stopped for the first down. They'll set the chains and wind the clock. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. The hurry up now. Second down. Clock ticking. Escapes the pressure going right. He makes a grab. They make the tackle just outside the end zone, but it'll be first and goal from the 1.
I love when QBs break the pocket and still look to attack. Because as soon as you break the pocket, I'm thinking, oh, man, he's going to take off and run, and I might come up. But those big plays can be made down the field. Nice job by the quarterback keeping his eyes down the field.
Trying to barge in. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. The offense gets the timeout. 12 ticks left on the clock. They lost ground on first down. Now second and goal from the 5. They'll run the option. Oh, no, the ball popped out. And the offense will maintain possession. Son, that ball must be riveted to your ribcage. I don't know if it was luck or aggression or just a fortuitous bounce, but at least they've got the ball back.
But one thing I do know, Reese, this running back has got to do a better job with ball security. Cannot turn the football over and expect to win this game. They're very lucky they were able to jump on top of that.
They'll look to throw on third and goal. Looking for the score. And he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity, but it's incomplete.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot, and that's why they still have a shot to walk out of here with a W.
And the pass is incomplete, but there is a flag on the field. Let's see if the offense gets a reprieve. You're going to hear guys after this game say, got to work harder, got to be more intense.